Hey, you find yourself running out of things to say in an essay? Well, one of your problems may be your topic. It might not be narrow enough. I know. Everybody says to me, all my students are always like, well, I want to be able to talk about a lot of things. If I go too narrow, I won't have as much to say. And it's actually counterintuitive. You want a pretty narrow topic. Yeah, I suppose at one point it can be too narrow, but I've never seen that happen. You actually want a pretty narrow topic because when you're broad, you actually have too many choices. You get choice fatigue. Okay. So if it's really broad, you run out of things to say because you are summarizing a lot of stuff. You're trying to talk about this really large topic and you end up summarizing, and that covers content way too fast. And you're doing it in really vague language. And so it looks short because it is. And then you run out of stuff to say. So you actually need to go more granular. You need to get more specific with your topic and narrow in on something about the topic. So you take the topic you're working on, you narrow in on something about it that you are curious about, that's interesting, or that you just have some questions about. You wonder, why is that the case? You get really narrow in that way, and then you start talking about that, and you're trying to prove to yourself why this thing is interesting. Why is it happening in that way? When you do that, you have a lot more to say. So the number one thing, the first thing to consider if you are running out of things to say in an essay, is your topic too broad? Have you not narrowed it down enough into something that is actually interesting and different to talk about? If you haven't done that, that's when you run out of things to say because you're being too broad. Yeah, counterintuitive. Narrow your topic. If you need more help on this, you need to go check out my newsletter. I provide helps there. I've been a teacher for 10 years of writing. I know how to go through this stuff. I know how to break it down for you. If you need help, if you're a homeschool parent that you need to help know how to help your kid better, check out my newsletter. The link's in my bio, and I'm also going to put it in the comments. So check that out, and I'll catch you next time.